Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Wednesday, Teresa.
Hey. Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day. Okay, so this is a little bit of a continuation from yesterday, I feel like.
Yeah,
Right?
Yesterday was a great chat. I loved yesterday's topic with Megan.
Thank you. You know what? It's like what you just said before we went live. You get back what you put out into the world, to how you treat other people, how you respond to and value them and their service and their time.
Yes.
This goes back to business etiquette and how to treat people, I should have wrote, and how not to take everything personally.
Yes.
I'm seeing a ton of posts in the group like, do you believe the client did this, that, and the other thing? And totally get it. Like, I get it. I have felt the same way.
We've had nightmare clients before. Everybody has.
Yes.
Yes.
But it takes putting on your business hat and not taking it personally, but also paying attention to how you are treating other people. What is your business etiquette? Like, give me some examples of what your business principles are, which roll over into the way you act and treat other people and your business etiquette.
So for one of the big things too is showing up on time. And if you know me with my husband, I'm like never on time. But
oh, really?
I'm terrible at that. But to me, when it comes to business, and by on time, like he has this expectation to always be a half hour early. And I'm like, no, you said 7, it's 6:59. I am on time. So it's that. But when it comes to business, like show up on time, and don't just show up, but show up ready. Be prepared. Give your attention to who you're talking to in the moment, whether it is a tradesperson or a designer, or in my case, it could be a client, it could be a graphic designer, it could be a copywriter, it could be another web designer, whatever the case is. Show up ready and be there to give your attention to the person in front of you. Don't let your calendar rule you. You be in charge of your calendar.
It's so true. I mean, when it comes to, when I go out with people, sometimes they're like, I'm always late. I'm like, I'm painfully on time. I'm painfully on time. I'm really never late. When my clients come on, if I'm 1 minute late on Zoom, they're like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, sorry. Like, it's so rare for me not to be on time. So part of my business etiquette is just what you're saying. I'm on time for my sessions. I'm prepared for my sessions. My clients know the same, to do the same. But what happens sometimes, there are people's personalities who just feel like I'm paying someone and I can do what I want. Not good.
It's not good, because that's also what you're going to attract in clients as well, is now you're going to be getting clients that are like, I'm paying you, you need to accommodate to me. And that goes back to keeping your calendar well, because to me, when I put something on my calendar, it is there. It is rare that I am going to cancel something,
Yes.
There's instances like illness, website crashing, like Monday.
Right.
I had 2 crash on me on Monday, so I missed our meeting then.
Right. That's okay.
But that was an emergency. Like, this is their livelihood. This is their business. I have to get their stuff back up going. But otherwise, you don't adjust your calendar constantly and last minute I have to cancel, or, I'm going to change this, or I'm going to change that.
Right.
Because that's what you attract.
It's true. And here's the thing. Yes, you had to cancel coming to my staff meeting on Monday, but you communicated, right? So I love when people say, I don't need to, and listen, there's a place for this. And I do teach. Sometimes you don't have to give everyone an explanation, but if it's last minute, it is nice to give an explanation, right? So think about, is your business etiquette the way you treat other people? Is it the way you want to be treated?
Yeah.
And that's exactly how you can assess whether you are being a good client or customer to someone else. You're treating them the way you would expect to be treated by one of your clients. And you really have to look at that carefully, because when you are attracting consistently, and it's consistently, because there are always these rogue not so great clients, right?
Yeah, they pop in, they happen. Yep.
They happen for everyone. But if you're consistently attracting people who aren't respecting your service, always questioning you, always running late for your appointments, not ready when your appointments are there, you have to, one, look at, are you communicating well enough for them to know what to expect? And how to behave, because you have to tell people exactly what you expect them to do. And then number two, look at the way you are putting out to other people, how you are treating other people. There's often a correlation. It's not always 100%. But the other thing is, if you have a client who is not treating you well, remember that it's their issue often, and it's not something you should take personally, like to heart.
Right.
Right. It's business. They have the right to ask questions. They have the right to question prices. They have the right to ask the status of things. That's part of their right. But responding to it in a professional manner is important, and not taking it personally.
And that's the biggest thing, is don't take it personal. Like you said, they're going to ask questions. They only know what they know. They don't understand why this sofa and this sofa that look exactly the same are two different prices. You, as a designer, may know that it's the quality, it's the material, it's whatever, the workmanship. They don't understand that. So that's why they ask questions. And into the sense of coaches, it's a slippery slope when you go into coaching of what you're going to talk to. I loved it as a coach when my clients would ask questions, because it gave me that opportunity to go deeper. So don't take, when they question your method personally, use that as an opportunity to go a little deeper and to give the support that you yourself want to receive.
Yes. And listen, we all love the client who just gives us the money, accepts all our advice, accepts what we choose for them, and just says, where do I pay? Where do I sign? You do everything else. Like, that's a dream client. However, most people do not do that. They value their time and their money more than just handing it over. And they just want some clarification at times as to what the things are, the value of things, and how long it's going to take, and what's to be expected. And that's all normal. So
yeah. Well, and I would add too, I just want to add, the yes client who thinks everything's perfect and gorgeous, they honestly are often not your dream customer, because they're just not wanting to hurt your feelings. They're just not wanting to do something wrong. They're not going to be the testimonial person. They're not going to be the one singing your praises necessarily, because they're like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's great.
Right. They're more emotionally removed.
They're more emotionally removed. And at the end, they're probably not going to have what they want, because they did not speak up.
Right.
And they're not going to be the one who is singing your praises in the streets. So the one who asks questions that you can show up with class and professionalism and address those questions, those are the ones that are going to build your business, I personally think, from my experience.
Definitely. So I'd love to hear from the people who are watching. Like, what do you consider, or watching on replay, you can do #replay. What are some of your non-negotiable business etiquette principles for your company, right? Is it that you always pick up the phone if it rings? No, that's definitely not one of mine. Is it that you respond to emails within 24 hours because that's what you would want if you sent an email? Right? Is it that you always show up on time because that's one of your principles, and if you don't, you're calling and explaining why you might be running late and it's a rare occurrence? Like, what are your business principles? And then start to look at, if someone's not treating you the way you would want to be treated, check yourself first to make sure you don't do that.
Yep.
And second, don't take it personally. Realize that this might be a retraining of the client possibly that you have to do. Like, sometimes you have to train people on how to treat you. Right? This is something I deal with every day with my clients. Like, what do I do when the client says this? What do I do when they email me at 10 o'clock at night? What do I do when they text me this? Right? I'm really every single day on my walkie-talkie app for my clients, Voxer, answering moment by moment things that the clients may be encountering. And as soon as I say how I would respond to it, if it was me, they go, yeah, like, yes. And I never get that question again, because now they know
yes,
what to do in the future. right?
Yeah. And it's about creating those expectations, but also reinforcing the expectations that you have with your clients, but doing so in a nice, kind way. One of the things I do is people will text me a lot of times if they get my personal number, they'll try and text me. And I'm like, this is a personal number. Business goes this way. I need you to do this because I can't respond to all the ways people might contact me and
I know, me
be
too.
effective and be what I want to be and serve with excellence, which is one of my core values. And so it just, like you said, it takes a little retraining, just reinforcing and saying, I am so happy to help you. I need you to do this so that I can actually show up as in the best possible way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll do the same thing. I'll be like, do me a favor. Can you email me so that I don't lose track of this message? Because I get, like you, messages from every direction.
Yep.
Every direction.
Yeah.
So, all right. So hope this helps somebody today. So check your own business etiquette to make sure that when you hire someone, that you're treating them the way you would want to be treated. Because what you put out in the universe often comes back at you as a reflection of yourself. And should you get a client who is not like you, because your business etiquette is exemplary, but theirs is not, remember not to take it personally and try to just retrain them and set the expectations from the beginning on how you expect the communication to flow, what your expectations of them are when it comes to being ready for meetings and communication and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
And decision making.
Yeah.
What you expect of them when it comes to the decisions. So I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. What do you think, Teresa?
I think so. I think it's a good one.
And you know what? And that can all be reflected on your website, which is what Teresa does. Web Designs by Teresa. She's my web designer. She can be yours too. And I think it's really important to just reflect what your expectations are in a really professional, warm, kind, inviting way on your website.
And that's one of the things that I feel is like one of my superpowers is getting really to the meat of that, making it feel like a good experience and letting people know up front, here's how I work. Here's what you can expect from me. And here's exactly what I'm going to need from you. And just getting to the point. Because when people know up front, yes, some people may say that's not the person for me, but that's a blessing in disguise because they're going to be the nightmare. But the people who appreciate your values and your way and your approach to business, they're going to be attracted to that when we just communicate it very clearly.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on replay and you have a comment, put #replay. You know where to find me, NancyGanzekaufer.com. If you need me, we are currently running a special. If you've never spoken to me before, it's $150 off of the initial consultation, which makes it, hold on, it's normally $397 minus $150 is $247 right now. If you use the coupon code HELP, HELP, all caps. I won't be running that special for long. So if you need to talk to me, if you've been on the fence, get in on this, because this is the biggest discount I've ever given. And I kind of did it because it's mid-year and I still see people really suffering with their business success, with their profitability, with their sales conversation, communication with clients, and confidence. And these are things that I just want to help as many people as possible. Oh, where'd you go, Teresa? That's so funny. I'm a fast talker. All right. Thanks, everyone. Go have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Teresa. Bye.